Are we on Glee right now, or is this real life? Maybe Lauren and Elena. You know, I would too, though. It's fun to laugh. Why not? Dance party. Probably Stefano. I could see him, you know, just getting up there and be like, let's dance.
Well, you know how.
Hi, hello, I'm Thea McGee.
I'm Stefano.
And I'm Haley.
What question do you hope that you never get asked again in your life?
Stefano, you first. I mean, Haley.
Haley?
Oh, yeah, I'm Haley. What question? Probably if I have.
How about that great one that you told me that one lady asked you? Like after you got eliminated.
Oh, if I was guilty that I wasn't eliminated and Pia was eliminated instead.
That's such a nice question to ask.
I hope no one ever asks me that again. Or I will come for you. Okay, what about you?
How about the great question about how did you feel when you got eliminated? Or how did you feel?
Yeah.
I
felt great.
I always say that. How did you feel when you four were up there and Randy said that everybody won the round but you? Oh, I felt wonderful. You know what I mean? He's such a nice guy.
So fuzzy and warm inside, and I just really
makes me feel so tingly and it's heartwarming.
And this time I'm not leaving without you.
Hello, this is The Slayer.
Hi, guys.
And you're watching Idol Loonies on TVLine.com.
Miss me?
Question, but since we never saw anything about this during the entire time you were on Idol, what were you doing before Idol?
I worked at a pool for 4 years.
Really?
It's been like the neighborhood pool, and it's probably one of the coolest ones around town, and I literally am in walking distance, so I had my cute little get-up with my Willie's Crew t-shirt and a visor and some socks and some khaki shorts. I wasn't a lifeguard per se because I like to socialize more rather than be up on top of this throne and just give a signal. With Zeppelin and just like a bunch, just all across the board.
So you had a life before Idol.
Yeah.
What do you know? So let's talk about you think back season 1, Kelly Clarkson would hit every single genre and have to do it well, and I think the show has sort of evolved to a point where if you don't know exactly who you are as an artist from week 1, there's very little forgiveness.
It's interesting.
Why can't you be blue?
And you didn't take even being in the bottom 3. You brushed that seat off. It's like, hello, old friend. You know, I'm back here. But
At least I let my mouth go with the flow. More into place. You really got a hold on me. I mean, that was the first week that they actually did give me some credit, and they acknowledged my existence a little bit more.
This is exactly the kind of singer we...
But nobody picked it, and then I remember telling my folks about it, and as I'm telling them about it, it comes on where they're at. Benny just starts playing, and I'm like, okay, I'm sold. I got to go through with what I wanted to do, and thankfully enough, it worked out. Then this will be the crowd pleaser. And I really did have, whenever I have a gut feeling that they're going to tell me off about something or just not dig it, it's usually right. They're gotten away with it as, oh, that was, you know, fun energy, like a lot of people got, you know.
Sometimes certain people could miss notes and be called emotionally perfect. Well, that's an interesting critique, you know. Meanwhile, we'll get to those critiques in a minute.
Uh-oh.
Casey, you are safe.
And I'm not one...
Through it a couple times, and we're like, you know, all right, this is cool. And then Ray is over on the keys, and he just starts playing Moanin', and I just started singing along.
'Cause every evening find me moaning.
And he's like, you know this too? I'm like, what? And then we're just jamming. They're saying this, me and Ray are just looking at each other. And then we were just like, oh, well, we have this now. And then Casey, I'm like, Casey?
This is a pretty great moment happening here.
Bottom 3, whatever. After that, I didn't care what happened.
coming right back. I know for a fact. For a fact.
To do Moanin', some Art Blakey on American Idol,
Right.
I feel like we've accomplished something great. There's nothing greater than that. I literally felt so good after it, just knowing that we did that. Didn't even matter.
They could have had the confetti come down right after that.
Yeah, they could have just crowned Casey, and I just would have been like, great. Thank you. I'm glad we did this.
In your brain, were you thinking, I've got to do something a little different or take it in a different direction? Were you worried about that going in?
Yeah, it's always on the borderline. You don't want to change it too much, step on anyone's toes, you know, have them feel like, oh, it's new and you're changing it. At the same time, you don't want to do it exactly like them. That week was very strange for me. To be honest, I literally never felt that stressed out until like the last week probably. But it was like I couldn't look in anybody's eyes without them giving me like a life lesson or an opinion about something. And I'm thinking, you know, just let me go out and do it. I think I'll be okay. But with all this stuff just piling up, I was like, what am I supposed to do, you know?
A lot of contestants have said you're dealing with Jim.
Just,
you hear from fans.
Just in the street telling you, don't sell out. I'm like, okay, man, I'm trying. It's a theme show.
The blank slate.
Yeah, I was like, oh, cool. Oh, they want me up there? That's cool. Got to, and it was his last week. I overheard him saying he was going to go work with John Mayer. Awesome. Acapella thing, you know, I had that idea. I heard Siobhan did it, and I'm a huge Siobhan fan, so I kind of feel bad that I didn't remember that. And I guess she did it acapella in the beginning too, so whoops, I'm sorry. But I honestly didn't mean to like comp that from her or anything. I had that same vision. I was trying to get some railing and stuff. I didn't get any of the props. I wanted, you know, the lamppost. I don't know. But the rest of it was there. What I've learned in this business is they say, basically, don't improv a lot. Don't go off. And I'm like, but I love that. That's what I live for. Have an idea of where you're going to go, because if not, you might regret that and go somewhere that you didn't want to go. After I just did it and felt that at first, I'm like, okay, I'll stick with that big, and then boom, and then go back to the snap.
You mean I thought it was a bad song choice?
I know, dude. Broke your arm. I felt, you know, that was a big reason why they weren't fully on my train, my soul train, because I wasn't doing everything that's now, and I'm sorry that I'm not fully like just from this generation, but I have a lot behind me. No matter what, it's cool enough that I got to 3 from America's Vote. Getting this far, I mean, I'm glad, you know, at least people listen.
You took it in a different direction. I always thought Jordan's version was a young girl who's been spurned by her love and she's heartbroken. You were a little more stalkery about it. It was like, you know, you're kind of there, pressed up against the window pane for real. Like maybe he should be getting a restraining order. There was that loony drama to it.
Definitely. I have a knife and I will use it. That song needs some psycho in it.
Additional critique piled on you right before you went on stage.
That was fun.
I think it's a tie between Scotty, James, and Lauren. Round 1.
Did you cry? They showed you cutting to break and you turned away, and I was like, I think Haley might have cried.
Nobody see me cry, man.
Okay.
So you can guess, but I was very upset about it.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Who's the best? Everyone but
cool,
you.
Thank you. Together. And right before that, actually, the dress, it's funny that you should mention it. I was wearing something completely different. A second beforehand, they're like, we want you to change it. So I changed it. But I was really into it. It was a white leathery dress that was completely tight and had these like shoulder pads. It was so tight. It had a black flower thing and then just a long train with the legs all cut out. Very Spanish looking. Really? I loved it. But I guess it was a good thing to change it because I was so contained. I needed to like... With this, I probably would have even felt like more like I can't breathe, because I couldn't anyways. And after getting that kind of feedback, I was like, okay, it's time to... They were going to be some pumps that were American flags.
Okay.
And they were going to be, but chunky. The heel was going to be a chunk, so I could just plant on those stairs, you know? And last minute, oh, here's the thin, lacy back heel. I'm like, cute. I hope I don't die. Ironically enough, I'm great on 19 stairs, and then I fall tripping up too.
Where did you pick that song from? Is it one you'd performed? It's one of those songs with a tonal shift. You're starting out, it's very dreamy, it's sort of in an ethereal place, and then it starts rocking out.
I like those kind of things. The dynamic.
Yeah. As you come down the stairs, when you made eye contact with your dad, your face just told the whole story.
It was, I'm like getting tripped up, you know, he's like, oh, that's the best gig I ever played, you know, like, it was just so cool. Nothing could go wrong, you know, and that was last minute, and I had my vocal coach, Bird, actually plug for that, because I was trying to get him on a couple weeks. Come on, baby, don't you make me wait, honey.
And your sister was up there.
Yeah, we got her up there, too.
I didn't even know she existed before that. Like, we
They
didn't
didn't show her that much.
Yeah.
She's... I literally learned Rhiannon, and thank God I knew Zeppelin, because I literally learned Rhiannon and You Ought to Know the night before. I think I was so happy that I survived Rhiannon. I remember looking at J-Lo, and she was rocking out when I was singing it, when I was singing You Ought to Know, and I literally just got tripped up and just like tripped up on a couple words, I think. 'Cause the love that you gave it, I made all make it enable you to be holding wide. Connection between the words with me and the judges. I'm here to remind you the best you left when you went away. it's not fair, and all this stuff. So that's cool. But Fleetwood and the song and Stevie, the words are so abstract. I was like, please don't forget the part about the cat.
Where was your brain?
I've just been telling everybody, you gotta go through 20,000 gazillion emotions in like 10 seconds. It's always gonna be a shockaroo when it's 3 of you standing there, What was just said, okay, so it's Lauren, not me. Oh, okay, this is good. Life is going on, and 3 is a good position. I have one chance to have a great time on the stage and give it to everybody in the crowd.
Walk us through it a little bit. You walked down the steps.
I had fun playing with them, like, oh, they're weird and they're wonderful. It was fun playing around with that. I like that whole point, Honestly, I tried doing that song like a million times, but it never happened. I'm just hoping for the best, but que sera, like, whatever will be, will be.
Well, we thank you for being the risk taker, and awesome this season we got to give you a little gift because...
Oh, man. This ain't the end of this thing. Shindig. See you later.